sure what you should do. The internet has so many weird things. Like, do you need to knock on it 3 times? Do you need to put it under the moonlight? Do you need to put it under your pillowcase? Do you need to sage it?
Hey, don't worry, I'm here to help. So, if you don't know me yet, I'm Mike from Tarot Singapore Online, and I make tarot easy for people to learn. And today I'm going to show you how to connect with a new deck, especially for people who are starting. You might be very curious what you should do with a new deck. So I have a confession, I'm the most not spiritual person around, which means that I don't have a lot of ritual when it comes to my tarot decks, when it comes to my spiritual practices. So I'm gonna give you practical ways of how to start out with a new deck. And if this is something you like, do stay tuned. If you like something that's more ritualistic, this might not be the video for you. But let's get started, shall we? So the tarot deck I'm opening up today is the Radiant Rider-Waite in a tin. And the tin version of tarot cards are not the most popular around. Most of them come in cardboard boxes, but I do like tarots in a tin because basically you're able to carry it around and it's waterproof and it's very sturdy. And the Radiant Rider-Waite is one of the more beautiful versions of the Rider-Waite around. It's very bright, it's very colorful, so it might make learning tarot easier for you. So I have a piece of scissors.
I'm just opening it up. And you don't really have to be careful, but because it might scratch, so I am slightly a bit more careful. I'll just score it. And usually if you're opening it at home, you don't have to lift it up so high. I'm just doing it for you guys, okay? So this is a beautiful tin. Okay, what we do is we'll just open it.
So what comes with a tarot deck is basically the little white book. The little white book is the instructions and also the meanings. If you are already someone who is like quite fluent in tarot, this basically is useless. But if you're also someone starting out, I don't really recommend learning from this because it's too condensed to actually be reading it. It's too small. So I feel that when I try to read all this, it makes me very worried about am I missing out anything? And then it also makes me a bit anxious because all the text is very small. We have the little white book. It's called the LWB, the little white book. Put it away. And then inside, oh, I love it. So the back of the deck is this. It's really nice. And because I think that this is actually a good company, the cards do come in a plastic seal. I know some people don't like plastic, but I like that it's there so that it doesn't really like get wet. But because it's a tin version, I don't really I'm not really afraid of it getting wet neither. So just open it up. I have no rituals. You guys can see there. I have zero rituals. So it does come with two cards that are just not for reading. So one is like this and one is like this. You can just put it somewhere. I don't really use these anyway, so I'll just put it away. And here's what we do. So you have the new deck, and most of the new decks that will come to you are already arranged in order, which means that, for example, it's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What I want you to do is just put half of it down first. And then if you're starting from 0, it might be a bit scary. You're freaking out a bit like, oh my gosh, there's so many cards. But don't worry, there are only 78 cards here. So what I want you to do, even for myself, what I do is that I will look at each card, and then inside like my heart, my inside, I would read out the description of the decks, the card, so that it kind of like, for me, it's like imprinting on this that you are the Fool. And then we have the Magician, we have the High Priestess. So you just look at all the cards one by one, and then just look at them, read out the names if you want to really loudly, the Empress, the Emperor. And this is a way for you to get in touch with the deck as well. And if you already have a lot of decks and then you're buying a new deck where you have never seen the cards before, it's also a good way for you to just get started, for you to just familiarize yourself with the deck. So personally, I already have a larger version of this, but I do like the tiny version because it's very small and I can bring it around. So I do like this. So we have the Lovers. Yeah, so basically what you want to do is just look at each card, and even if you don't know the cards yet, it's okay. Just look at them and then just read it, just hermit, just read it. And yeah, so you do that for all of the cards, and then at the end, what will happen? So basically, you have looked at all the cards, and then you're okay with it. And but of course, right, because it's a new deck, then you might be a bit worried what you should do next. There's really nothing you need to do, but if you want to get started reading tarot, what you want to do is just shuffle it really good. I have a video on shuffling, so I'll just link it in the description down there. And then we just shuffle it. So if this is your first deck, or this is your new deck, and then you want to pick a card for the deck. So basically, what does this deck represent? You can do it now, but of course, I would recommend that you actually shuffle it really, really well before you do it. Um, and like, what does the card of the deck mean? It's kind of like this deck is represented by this card. Or sometimes I kind of like ask the deck, what sort of readings I should do with you, and then yeah. So for example, what sort of readings? Ooh, Queen of Pentacles. So this means that this is a deck that's very suited for money readings, or even like warm maternal kind of readings. So okay, that's interesting. Of course, if you get like a very very bad card, it's going to just put it back and then pull another one. It's okay. It's your deck. It doesn't mean anything. Okay. So so I hope this has been helpful for you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments as well. Let me know as well, do you have any new deck rituals? If you're interested in learning tarot, I have a lot more videos for you to help you get started, so check them out.